We're here now with Dr. Tom O'Neill with the University of Central Florida, and you actually started the incubator here 10 years ago? It's hard to believe.
Yeah, October this year will be 10 years ago we opened the doors.
And you're an inspiration to me because we were talking earlier and you were talking about how you started your first business very early on in your life.
Yeah, right out of high school. And I ran it for about 5 years and sold it and went to college.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me about the incubator program. What does it do for people who want to start their own business?
Well, the incubator is, its main job is to help create successful companies, I guess. It was originally started for high-tech companies specifically, and I don't know about everybody, but professors and scientists aren't always the best CEOs and managers, so one of the things we really want to do is provide them skills and business training and the acumen that they need to run a company. We provide space for them, we provide coaching and mentoring, and we do what I call the triage function. We try to figure out what it is they don't know and help them avoid a fatal mistake that a lot of companies will do. The main job is to create high growth, high success companies. So that's what we do. That's all we do.
I love it. The incubator, you grow companies.
Yep.
So what are some of the things that people will come to you and that they need? Because I would think as a person who has an idea or who wants to start their own business, it's a little intimidating.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Well, they all think they need money. All they need is money to be successful. We tell them there's other things you need too, and before you need to get the other things before you can get the money, usually. But they need help in understanding how to really run a company. How do you make sales? Sales and marketing, they're not evil things. They're wonderful things, and they need to understand how to take an idea and make a prototype and make a commercially producible thing, and how to make things in high volumes, and how to do all the things that companies do every day, but when the first time you do it, you just don't know what you don't know. And we really spend a lot of time doing the one-on-one coaching and mentoring. And I use the expression, if you've seen one entrepreneur, you've met one entrepreneur. They're all different, they all have different needs. So one of the best things we do is really try to get to know them well enough to help them better.
And so you have grown, this program has grown over the past 10 years. Tell me how many companies are in the program now and how many locations, because you're not just at UCF.
Well, we started out here in '99 with a 12,000 square foot facility, and we actually shared it with a small business development center, so we only took up about a third of the space. We've now grown to almost 100,000 square feet. We're in 7 different locations when we finish opening up all of them. We have 70 companies in the program now and 34 graduates, and 32 of those graduates are still in the same community, and all 34 are still in business, so that's what we like to boost our success on. So.
Yeah, you like to hear that because, some of the statistics out there about the businesses that fail in the first year, the first 6 months, it sounds very bleak for somebody who might want to start their own business, but you guys are just helping them along the way.
Yeah, and it's the latest stats I saw, about half the companies fail within 3 years. So we're running about 80%, 85% success rate from the time they come in, and we're still in business today.
So this program is so important to this economy here in Central Florida and the greater Orlando area, but also to the country. I would hope that, since the economy is sort of shifting and a lot of focus is being put on small businesses, that something like this would really take off, hopefully in other communities.
Well, we believe this, in this thing for sure. We wouldn't do it, but all the net new jobs in this country have been created by small business for probably the last 10 years, and it's actually a small set of those small companies, and it's companies like we're trying to grow here, the ones that scale, and we don't really try to help lifestyle companies. In other words, if it's a 2-person company now and it'll be a 2-person company 10 years from now, those aren't the ones we're trying to help here. We're trying to help the ones that want to grow and to be significant companies, tens and hundreds of millions of dollars a year in revenue, the kind of companies we target. So.
Can you give an example of one company that you can think of off the top of your head that's really taken off and done well here?
I use this, probably overuse this guy. There's a guy named Dan Ree that came to UCF, and he was here on a water ski scholarship, and he ended up going into mechanical engineering instead, and got his PhD in mechanical engineering, helped develop a novel cooling system for high-powered lasers, and we licensed the technology. He came in the incubator, and he's spent 5 years here, and he graduated, and now he's bought a building down the street, and he's up to, I think, 25, 30 employees, and he's hiring people at, again, I think the average salary is about $70,000 a person, so we call him a success story. And he's now giving back to the university. He funds research here and hires graduate students to do the research and hires them in his company when they finish. So.
For more information on the incubator, you can log on to www.incubator.ucf.edu.
ucf.edu.
So what's it like for you to work with all these people who have these great ideas and who just need a direction? It must be fun to see all the, the diversity.
That's the funnest part of my job. I get to live vicariously through these folks. I have my administrator hat on, but I really get to help a lot of small companies, and it's really fun. You get kind of addicted to their adrenaline, if you will, and they're out there risking it all and putting it all on line, and they're doing great work. So hiring people and trying to diversify this region's economy, because we need to.